mom is the matriarch of the family. Who doesn't want to be accepted by the head of the family?
That's why we trying to get help to get us down this path of.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Blackbird 91. We're talking to you guys, well, about our brother Alfonso and Shay. And I want to talk a little bit more about boundaries and how important it is to have these boundaries, because they are there to keep you and your family safe. And so we want to hear more about that. Please do me a massive favor. Like it, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads for those of you who are new. But for those of you who are returning, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated because the streets out there, you know, they're kind of hot. Okay, all right. Let's get into the video. But before we do me a massive favor. If you love me the way you say you love me, if you love me. Okay, so listen, vote for me. Click on the link down below in the description box. Give me a free vote. I'm on a competition called Vote for Me Influence TV. And I'm hopefully I'll be on a big screen in front of your faces. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing big things at the moment. And we thank God, the big man upstairs, for opening up those doors. And hopefully there's going to be another door we can open up. So yeah, vote for me and you know, hopefully you see me on big screens. All right, let's get into the video. So we're talking a little bit about boundaries here, and it's so important because I talk about boundaries all the freaking time. We need boundaries. Boundaries help us to be able to regulate what people are allowed to do. Boundaries are effective in helping us regulate who can get in, who can get out. Boundaries are effective to help us navigate the relationships that we build with different components and different people at different times. And so boundaries are essential for the longevity and the healthiness and the success of your relationship. In this case, the matriarchal mom of Alfonso needs a boundary. The ex that he has, who is chilling buddy with mummy, needs a boundary, because it should not now be affecting your family, where you can't even bring your missus right now to your family, right? Of course, your mom doesn't like your current partner, but she likes the ex enough to want to keep the ex around. That's fine. She can be called the ex. She doesn't. No one's saying that she doesn't have to be called the ex. What's important is that you broker the peace between Shay and your mom. And I always say this, as men, especially as sons, you actually have a lot of power you didn't realize. You know, your mom may be the matriarchal mom, but at the end of the day, she's still your mom, and you are a young man. Okay. And as a man, you're supposed to take control of situations, not in a way by dominating, by letting people know this is my boundaries, this is what I'm comfortable with, what I'm not comfortable with. Right. You are supposed to be able to let people know how they should treat you. It shouldn't be that your mom is dictating how they're going to treat you. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. So the issue that we have here with Shay and with Alfonso is that she's not also how she was in a car and waiting for him to finish at his mom's house, and you know he didn't come out to get her, and she was there waiting for a long time. So she came into the house, and the mom kind of showed her that she wasn't really feeling her too tough, right? But again, the mom doesn't have to necessarily like her all the way, but Alfonso needs to make sure he's speaking up on behalf of his missus, because two are becoming one. You're now part of this team, and whatever my mom is going to say about you is going to be said about me, because you're mine and I'm yours. Right? So I'm sorry, but mom, I need you to calm down right now. This is my missus. I need you to behave. Stop that nonsense. I can't go on. This is my boundary. If you continue to go on the way you're going on, I won't come around here no more. And that's I will have to be like that right now. Right? And that's what you have to set as a boundary. And what you realize is when you set boundaries, people start showing you that they don't care for your boundaries. And suddenly it feels like the devil's got into these people and the way they start talking and treating you. That is a part of what we call setting up boundaries, where people suddenly people had access to you in a certain way. And when they get revoked in that access, they start getting entitled. It happens to a lot of us. We've all been there at some point in time, probably more than likely. So with Alfonso and Shay, I'm really hoping that he sets pace, right?
Matrimony.
Currently, our relationship is at a standstill completely.
So I spoke a little bit about this on the other video that I did, but you know, their relationship now on a standstill because of the commitment between the mom and to him. And that's actually a boundary issue. And one thing I want to even express is having somebody who is a matriarchal, or you want to call a dictatorist dad or whatever, what it doesn't allow for people to do is often think for themselves. What it does also mean as well is that you are being led by your mum, and because of the way you describe the issue, because the way Shay described the issue with the ex and the way that he's operating with her, it makes me think that, and she kind of said it as well, that he wants to please the matriarchal head, the lead. He wants to please the lead. Yeah, I hear that. Definitely, because we all want to do that. We always want to please our parents. But it does get to a point in time where you grow up as a man and you say, I hear you and I would love to please you, but I must do what's best for my family and me, for my family and I. And so that for me is really intriguing to kind of see this play out. And I'm asking that real question, like, yo, does he have the ability to make boundaries? And I said this in another video about his passivity is a part of him not making boundaries. He doesn't want to ruffle feathers. Maybe the ex situation, he doesn't want to ruffle any feathers because he doesn't want to lose access to a child, or he thinks that maybe the ex will make it tough for him to see his child. So yeah, I can understand why part of him might be a little bit like, I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't want to deal with that right now. I don't want that to be an issue right now. I don't want to focus on that. And I have to stick my head in the ground. And it's what ostriches do when they don't want to deal with a current situation at hand. You cannot do that to your partner. It doesn't make them feel safe. You must address the issues. Cannot be passive, can't lack the boundaries. Because the boundaries keep the people safe. I talk about masculine and feminine energy. Masculine creates a fence around the feminine and allows the feminine to be as feminine as it needs to be. The masculine is involved with protection, provision, and priesthood. That protection piece. This is why when families don't have a father figure, it can become very difficult for the children within that home because that protection piece is lost. The mom can do a great job, I admit that, but having that safety of a physicality of a man is so important too. Ask any man out there who's gone to a girl's house who knows that the father ain't home. It's different. We know what we're doing out here. Trust me, we're not us men. We know what we're doing when we go around there. All right. So yeah, that having that figurehead is so important to protecting Shay. And I'm not just trying to, blow smoke up Shay's ass and not really deal with her particular issues. It's because it's the first episode. We haven't seen much of her issues yet. Maybe by the second episode, we'll see more of her craziness come out, or some craziness come out, whatever. But in this particular part here, boundaries keep not only yourself safe, but it keeps your partner safe. And so he's going to have a very painful journey of setting up a boundary against his mum, because I'm guessing that's probably not been done for a very long time, or if ever. Therefore, you're starting a new journey where you're going to put up boundaries to let your mum know, I don't like this behavior. I want to make sure that when we relate and you relate to Shay, this is what it is. Number two, stop hiding Shay from your mum because it looks like you don't really care about her. You got to bring Shay to your mum. Even if it's just a one time and you give the formal introduction and you know that your mum's not going to be okay, that's fine. She got a formal introduction. It is what it is. Mum, respect it or don't respect it. At the end of the day, I'm creating a boundary here. You got to deal with it. Either you like it or don't like it, it's up to you. But at the end of the day, this is my partner that I'm with. No qualms and bars. So listen, it was a quick short video. Boundaries are essential. If you struggle with that, there's a good book called Boundaries. I think I've got a link in the description as well. How to set up boundaries. So don't be afraid to set up boundaries. It's about time. You can't let people run over you and have access to you whenever they feel like. No. We appreciate you guys. Still loaded, and we'll see you soon.